Hello, interlopers, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my theory about the 2021 updates for No Man's Sky. Um, Warning there will be spoilers for the weekend missions. That just ended. It just ended. If you don't want to hear about the ending of that, you can click off now. But other than that, let's get started. Now, one of the updates I think is going to be about the introduction of a new race, and that is going to be false travelers. And the reason I think that is for two reasons. One, there during the ending of the weekend missions, it was hinted at that Adrian is a false traveler, or the one that is in the anomaly right now is a false traveler. And there's also the infamous 4chan leak. Now, with the infamous 4chan leak, one of the things that that person talked about was better terrain diversity and better creature diversity and more alien plants. Now that was, of course, the Origins update. Um, but what didn't happen was it mentioned one of the things that I also mentioned was an introduction of another race. Now that never happened, um, as of yet. And what this new fake traveler race will do is that they'll show up and sometimes they'll probably be in space stations or abandoned buildings or abandoned space stations. Basically anything where they can corrupt or where corruption already is. And what they'll be doing is doing the Abyss's bidding. You know, collecting more followers and causing more corruption, just basically doing its, of course, doing its bidding. Now, after that update, there will be a improved combat update because that in the 4chan leak, that was another thing that was talked about, but never happened. Really happened. At least not to the extent that Hello Games can take it. Now, in this combat update, NPC AI I believe will be improved to where they will actually be able to fight instead of just walk around. They'll be able to use multi tools. They will have shields on their suits, on their armor, and their spacesuits like we have. They'll be able to use all the same types of weapons that we have. They'll have like in enclosed spaces. They'll be able to, I hope, but they don't really have to do this. But it would be interesting be able to take cover behind like walls or like build or like furniture, and be able to tactically attack you. And of course, with that, the false travelers will then be able to fight you, which opens up things for like exploring and combat. Now, they will also add in new types of multi-tool weapons. We saw this with the flamethrower that was accidentally leaked during the Desolation update. Um, Other than the flamethrower, they can easily add in things like melee weapons because we don't have really have any melee weapons, and they are hinted at in text between travelers and certain things that you can find on worlds like with crashed ships, but you never really get to use them or see them. It'd be a good time next year to start implementing that. They can also add in things like long ranged weapon variants like a sniper rifle, bolt like thing. Kind of like, oh god, what was the name of the one weapon that's just a giant red beam? Kind of like that, but more long range. And they can add in a scope attachment, like they have one with the looking down the barrel attachment. Uh, After that, or also with the combat update, they will improve ship AI, where it'll be more evasive and will better combat you, so you don't just have to, where you don't have to just sit there and shoot them. No, they'll evade you, roll you, make formations, more tactically attack you, and they'll also be able to use more ranges of weapons like you do. And of course, they'll probably add more weapons for the ships. But other than that, I don't think other than that we'll see. We'll probably see a couple small updates that'll do some tweaks. They could also add in things where you are able to explore other things, like the Desolation update. It'll be like the Desolation update, but instead of a ship, it'll be like a building, or like it'll be a procedurally generated building, like a dungeon. Um, and there might be, of course, in these dungeons, they might put in like crazed NPCs or fake travelers or other anomalies, and there'll be loot and other things like that. Just more interesting things to do. But other than that, I think that's it. It's the only thing I can think of that they're going to be adding. I'll see you later, Interlopers.